Hello. In this video we are going to continue to develop our UN Sustainability Goals site. This is just a nice little site to learn some of the basics of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And in our last video we kind of got all our flip boxes put in this nice flex box, which kind of made use of the real estate on the screen to give a nice looking feel. So I'm going to start by making a UN Goals Step 5 file. I'm going to take everything from Step 4. I'm going to copy that in. I'll paste it. I'll come right up to the top here and set this UN Goals Step 5. And let's just take a look at let's see what we have. And that's what we have. So we have this nice site that as we change the size, the actual, positions it well for us. We hover over things, they swap, all this nice stuff. But what I want to do is I want to add a logo along the top. And moreover, I want that logo to change so that when I change the size of the screen, I imagine if someone's using this on a mobile device, I would like a logo that's a little bit smaller for that mobile device versus if they're looking at on a computer screen, I want a larger logo. So the first thing I have to do with this is I have to actually get the logo I'm going to use. So if you go back to your UN Sustainability Goals download where it got all the images, we'll have this one folder called SDG Logos with UN Emblem, and I've taken these and I've copied these into my image folder. So this is where I'm keeping all my resources. And I'm actually going to rename this to, this is Logo Square. And I'm going to rename this to Logo Horizontal. Okay, so let's get rid of those. Let's just get rid of those. Perfect. All right. Now, one of the ways to kind of include a situation like this and have pictures change is to use this picture tag, which is actually a really nice tag. And it's interesting because it does a little bit conflict with what we've been talking about when we think about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML controls content, CSS controls style, and JavaScript controls function. Now, this seems like a function. That is, like, change the size of the screen and the image changes. And that's kind of when I talk about, there's a little bit of gray area with this. As web development has evolved, we've found ways to do different things in these different realms. And in this case, we're going to use this nice picture tag. So if you go into the try it yourself, this is what you result. And this highlighted section is what we're interested in. Essentially what it does is as I shift the size of this screen, that picture tag changes. And the way it does this is by checking what's called the min width. So it says if the min width is 465, you're going to use the white flower, which is this flower here. Now, if I drag this to be right off the screen, so I'm going to make this bigger outside the screen of this, you get the pink flowers. And that's where the min width is 650. So what we do is we have to specify the images that we want, and then just specify at what width that we want that image to be rendered. So let's take this picture tag, let's copy this. Oh, pardon me. Let's bring this size back down again, that's a little better. And let's go into Step 5. And let's paste our picture tag up there. Now notice I've done it inside the body, but not inside the flex container. And now what I want to do is, I have 2 images, not 3, so I'm going to get rid of that second one. And I'm going to change the files because I don't have a pink flower file and an orange flower file. I have, when the min width is 650, so that means that anything bigger than 650, I want to use the logo horizontal.png. And if otherwise, I'm going to use the logo square.png. So let's give this a save. And let's take a look what happens. So we have a bit of a problem. Let's take a look at where that is. So my issue here is you'll see it's getting flowered. And this is basically giving me the alternate, which is, it says, if you can't find the photo, write down flowers. And the problem is that it can't find the resource because of the way where I've placed it. Remember, this is inside the images folder. So images/. And this is because we've grouped all our resources inside this image folder right here. So we have to look inside of it in order to get access. So if we refresh this, and there we go. Let's drag this over. Now you're going to notice a bit of a problem. And that is, sure enough, if I get small, it changes, but I don't know, it's not really great in terms of where it does it. So let's try to figure that out. Now remember, it changes based on the width of the screen. So I could guess this, but also too, if I hit Option Command I, I'll get my developer tools up, or my console, and then notice now when I change the size of the screen, I actually get the pixels numbers up there. So the width is, let's set it to 940. Sure, let's set it to 940. That seems like a good size. Now I'm going to get rid of that again because it slows it down a bit. And all I'm going to do is come down here where I set my min width, and I'm going to set my min width to 940. So let's save that and let's pop this back up. Let's refresh this. And now notice, there we go. It doesn't chop off any of the horizontal logo. But there is a bit of a problem, and that is the logo, the horizontal in particular, looks weird because it's justified to the left. So I want to center that. And this is where a little CSS can come in. So we're going to come down here, and I'm going to come down my image tag, and I'm going to give it a class called center. And this is something you can do as a developer, is you can make this kind of class, and you can give anything you want centered this class name. So I'm going to come back up to my style, and I'm going to do dot center. And now what am I going to do? Well, I want it to display in what's called a block style. I want the margin left to be auto. I want the margin right to be auto. And I would like the width to be 100%. So basically what this is saying is I want you to display this in a way that's called block display. And I have a little video on the side about that. The margin left and right are auto, meaning I want you to figure that out for me. And it will just balance them, and the width is 100%. So if I save this, and let's refresh this, we get a nice centered logo now. And there we go. So in our next video, what we're going to do is I want this to stay up here when I scroll down. And we're going to learn how to fix this so that this is fixed at the top of the screen. I hope this video helped. Have a lovely day.